Yes. This is Butter Therapy Podcast, where you know it's between us. Come and have them conversations, them therapeutic conversations with some of the best that you know. You know what I'm saying? Red Cup Shawty.
Red Cup Shawty, man, the good vibe guru, checking in.
You know what I'm saying? And Shy Bella.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shy Bella.
And I'm just standing in for Weez today. Nikki Neptune, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Weez, you know what I'm saying? We love you. We gonna hold it down,
For
you
sure,
feel me?
For sure.
So what's up, y'all? How was y'all week? What's up? How was y'all week?
I've actually had a great week. Like, I'm on countdown till school is out.
Okay.
We got 12 days, y'all. 12 days until I am on summer break.
You almost there.
Almost.
That's
Countdown
love.
for
That's
sure.
love. Yeah, working in the school. I know you love it. You get the weekends off, but you work hard all during the week. You know what I mean?
And still get paid in the summer.
And still get paid in the summer. That's a
Yeah,
nice
love
job to have.
Love
Hold on. What's up with you, Red Cup?
Man, it's been a smooth week for me too. It's midweek. I got half behind, half in front. I can't complain at all.
I like that. I like
That's
that. Yeah, man. My week been very productive. Working towards that the magazine, Butter magazine. It will be coming soon. We in that last quarter
Cannot
of
wait.
production, edits, and just going over everything, making sure everything is perfect, crossing the T's and dotting the I's. So it's been kind of stressful, but at the same time, I'm seeing my baby just grow, and now it's right at the talking stage. My baby talking now.
Talking
And it ain't walking yet. It's almost walking. Give us a couple more weeks. Butter Magazine gonna be walking straight to you. But right now it's talking. We got all the pages done, and so now we just at the editing, making sure, spelling, everything is on point, photos, etc. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm excited. Red Cup, you excited?
Man, I can't wait to see
I
it.
heard
Yeah, y'all in the magazine, ain't y'all?
Yeah,
You know I'm excited.
When y'all see y'all stuff, y'all gonna be proud. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. The graphic designer, shout out to Kennedy and shout out to Kaya. They put their foot into the magazine. You know what I'm saying? When y'all see this, y'all gonna be proud. It definitely gonna show the best side of y'all, and y'all stories is easily beautiful. Y'all journeys is gonna be lovely. I know the city gonna, love it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I can't wait.
Absolutely.
Nah, yeah, I get a copy from my granny. You know how that
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
Get your
Copy
table.
for Granny gotta have it.
I
Time
know
you walk in, it's gonna be
Everybody
there.
see my
See my
magazine right here.
Facts.
About 10 copies.
Facts. She said I'm gonna need 10 copies. Yeah, man. Other than that, just staying close to the family. Grass growing fast. Need my grass cut. So it's just household things taken care of. You know what I mean? My daughter going to prom.
And that is exciting. How do you feel about that?
My daughter going. I'm excited. I feel like I'm going to prom. I'm getting dressed too. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing her a nice little foreign so she can pull up in something sweet. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm bringing Preston and Ashley out there. You know what I'm saying? We driving all the way to Chicago so they can have a nice production, photos and videos for her prom. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna just have a good time. Yeah. I'm excited, man.
Memories we always remember
Woo.
forever.
Hey, well, shout out to Preston and Ashley for going that way and doing it for you. That's dope. That's what's up.
That's some good people. Good
Yeah,
people.
for sure.
Man. Good people. So we got an interesting topic.
What
You know what I'm
is
saying?
it? Come on now.
It's gonna rattle a couple cages. It's gonna touch some hearts. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna relate to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Who want to do the honors? So what's the topic?
Ooh. This is co-parenting.
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 Co-parenting. So are y'all parents?
Oh, absolutely.
I am.
So
Yeah.
y'all know everybody is parents, so we can all give our revelation and our views and what we feel through our experience on this topic. So, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to jump, leave some comments at the bottom and tell us how you feel about everything that we talking about, okay? So, I'm gonna jump right into it, you know what I'm saying? I got some questions I wanna ask, you know what I'm saying? And just pick y'all brains, you know what I mean? Because I parent, co-parent, and it's a struggle. It can be happy, it can be sad, it can be hard, it can be easy. So, the first question is, what is parenting and what is co-parenting?
A hard question there.
That's a very good question.
Nah, for real. Parenting for me has been raising a kid up, guiding them along the way. And that is a journey of walking with a kid every single day.
Yeah.
That's what I think about parenting, is that walk every day, the ups and the downs, the in the moments that you just gotta be there the parent.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
we're the first to mold the minds of, our kids, So whatever their beliefs are and whatever they feel, we're that first idea, we're that first thought. So we mold, what their religions and what their thoughts are going to be. So parenting altogether is just being there and molding our kids to be the people we want to see.
Absolutely, I take parenting very seriously, and how I mold, I'm responsible for a person. How they turned out is a direct, I'm directly responsible for it. If this kid turns out to be a serial killer,
You got something to
So
do with
you
it.
got something to do with it.
So
Yeah.
you believe that
Absolutely.
Sure.
the parents had something to do with how their children end up.
Absolutely.
100%.
Well, who else?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what does co-parenting mean?
To me, co-parenting is parenting, but with somebody who you're not necessarily in a relationship with. Emotionally, physically, sexually, anything. Like, we're just here for the child. So that can be y'all live in the same state, live in a different state, but y'all doing everything that y'all doing is for the child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think of co-parenting as the relationship between the two adults,
That's
or
a good
the
one.
adults in the situation. I think of parenting as a relationship with the child. I think of co-parenting as the relationship with the other person.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I like that. So we in the lifestyle part of this segment. So is co-parenting a struggle? Is it easy? Is it hard?
Ooh.
Weighted question.
Wait, hold on. Because at one point I would have said co-parenting is easy.
Right.
Oh, it's so easy.
Right.
But as of lately, the past month, it is so hard.
Yeah.
Just because when you have different aspects of things, when you have different what do you want to call it? Different things that interfere with their relationship,
Mhm.
it changes things. So like having a relationship may change how you and the other parent have been co-parenting.
Yeah.
The kids switching schools, anything could switch up, how things change. So while I thought it was easy breezy, everything been good,
Yeah.
within the past month or two, things have switched up. So it changed real quick. Co-parenting is real hard, real hard.
Hard.
Real hard.
It's real hard.
Yeah, because you gotta respect everybody's feelings and how they feel about certain situations. So a lot of times, for co-parenting to work, you gotta step out of your comfort zone. You gotta step out of what you think
There we
and
go.
put yourself in their shoes. Like, why do they think this way, or why do they feel this way? Let me step out, because while I think I'm right, they may think they're right too. So it's a lot of for co-parents to be successful, you gotta step out of your shoes and put yourself in their shoes.
Ain't that the hardest part? Because everybody think they right, everybody want it to be their way
Absolutely.
and go the way they want things to go.
Mhm.
So how do you work through that part of the co-parenting when you have your morals, the things that you like and you feel is right, and then this person has his morals and what he wants, or her morals and what he wants or she likes or whatever, etc.
Mhm.
How do you work through that?
Man, I think you already said it, which is that you gotta take yourself out.
Mhm.
I think us as parents, it's about us. So the only experience I have with co-parenting is a good one. I'm a product of co-parenting. My parents split up at 3 months, so I ain't never known them together. They co-parented so well. That's the only experience I know, and they were two adults at all times.
And that's so
That's
funny you
fire.
said that, because that's literally the situation that I'm in with my daughter.
Yeah,
Me and her father, as far as she knows, we ain't never been together.
yeah.
But from what she sees is that we have a good relationship, To her growing up, it's
It's
gonna
important.
always be, well, mommy and daddy ain't never been together. But mommy and daddy are friends. Mommy and
Yeah,
daddy,
that's important.
and that's
Mhm.
what's very important to me as well. But just going off of your question, you can repeat that just real quick. Last question.
What was the question? See,
No, I know
you gotta
you
stay
said,
on point.
I know, but no, Raincoat said something real good, and that's why I was like, I gotta piggyback off of that. But I feel like he was talking about it being challenging to
Yeah,
co-parent.
right.
Co-parent with having different beliefs. I feel like someone is always gonna have to be the bigger person.
Yeah,
Someone
absolutely.
will always have to be the bigger person because,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying it's always gonna be the male, it's not gonna always be, you know, the female, or it's not gonna always be the mom, the dad, the mom, dad, it's gonna be somebody different every time. But somebody's always gonna have to be the bigger person
Somebody that
because,
chooses to be the bigger person.
like you said, what if two people think that what if they both think they're right?
Correct, right.
Somebody's gonna have to step back and be like, you know what, you're right, even though I feel this way, I'm gonna step back and allow you to feel the way you feel, cause you could be right as well. It may not be like, oh,
I always
I'm
feel
gonna be
like I always feel like I'm right. You know what I mean? As a father, as the daddy, you know what I mean? I look at myself as the protector, the mother of my child. She's usually the nurturing, you know, kind. And so we both come from a different light, a different view set. And so I try to always look at what she's saying and take it into consideration, but in the sense that I'm a man, she a female. I know it's a difference in different lifestyles as well, you know what I mean? So, communication can be like the ultimate key
Yeah.
to co-parenting because, and with communication, on the other side is listening, you know what I mean? You're not right all the time, and it's okay for somebody else to be right. It's okay for the other parent to have their way. It's not always about you, it's about the child and finding a common ground to make it easier and happier for them.
Just because we're not in a romantic relationship anymore,
Right.
Now that we've created this person, we still have to be in relationship, and relationship requires sacrifice. Any relationship, your relationship with this person, your relationship with your mama, your relationship with your barista. If you want to have a good relationship with a person, you're gonna move a certain way. And I think we in relationships are sometimes hurt.
Yeah.
And we come in, we still moving off that hurt energy of what that nigga hurt my, my feelings. But again,
Right.
the only experience I have, I've never heard my parents say anything negative. I'm 30 years old. I've never heard my mama say something bad about my daddy, ever.
And you know what's crazy? My mom and my dad, they went through the whole break up, get back together, break up, get back together, move to this state, move to that state, my entire life. But I've seen them constantly trying, constantly working. My mom never, ever said anything bad about my dad, and vice versa. My dad never said nothing. I had my own viewpoints. They let me grow up and get my own opinion about each one of them to figure out, what I feel is right or wrong, and who doing right by me and wrong, you know what I mean? And I appreciate them working together in that sense, you know what I'm saying, and raising me and not letting me see fights, the disagreements, etc. You know what I'm saying? Things that I didn't have, conversations I had no business hearing, I didn't hear them. Things that was done that I shouldn't have seen, I didn't see them. Excuse me. Growing up, I got the chance to hear about them and see how they worked through them and how they kept me out of the eyesight of things. My dad would say to me when I got old, he said, I did these things so you could see what not to do. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think about it like that then, but as I got grown, I was like, right. I looked at him and I was like, I never do that. I want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I couldn't do my.
That's all parenting is.
Exactly. Exactly. So I appreciate my parents for the hard life, the struggle, the ups and the downs, all the experience, but the love and commitment they had towards raising me. You know what I mean? So how do y'all feel about co-parenting with like busy schedules? You work a lot, he work a lot, or you got this going on, he got this going on. How do y'all feel about that? How does that work?
I'm the busy parent. For me, in my household, I can't make a doctor's appointment. I'm a struggle making the performance. It's just gonna be hard. I'm gonna be running from work and I'm gonna run back out to work after it. But a part of parenting is being there.
Yeah.
And I truly believe if you haven't been there physically, you're not a parent. Because it's being there. I go to work and I know my son knows I gotta go to work to afford the things and the switch games and all the things. But when it's time for his choir performance, he also expects me to be there. And I have to be. And there's no job, there's no amount of money that would compromise that. I think a lot of times, the hustle and bustle of this country, of life of adults, of capitalism, makes us miss moments. And our kids don't care about the dollars and the cents.
Nope. They don't care about none of that. All they remember is you wasn't there.
No, and especially men, and I feel for men, because I'm the protector, the provider, and you base your whole life around those two things. When the kid just needed a daddy. They didn't need to be protected or provided for.
Because they don't come in turn.
Yeah, they wanted you to sit there next to them.
Tell them they did good.
Yeah.
Tell them you love them. All that. You're right.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
it's a lot hard. I'm not gonna say it's a lot hard, but it's different for me because it was always just me and my daughter. You know, in the beginning it was just me and her. So what I want to do, what she want to do.
Well, not in the beginning, because it take two.
Listen,
At
hold on. We're gonna
the beginning, it had to be two people.
You right.
It had to be.
100%.
Because if just me could have one, if me and Jasmine, we've been rocking since we was 15. If we could just have babies, fucking would be barefoot and pregnant, right?
Facts. Yeah.
It started with two.
You're right.
At some point, the second person wasn't there no more.
You're right. Let's leave it at that. But that being said, like me being the busy parent, and I'm not gonna negate the fact that he works full time as well. But I had to, like, when I got pregnant with when I had my daughter, I was supposed to be off of maternity leave. I called them and said I ain't coming back.
No, real life.
Because I worked retail and I wanted to be there for my child. I wanted to make sure I had the weekends and I had, holidays off and I had, time, because it was just me and her. So I made that sacrifice to find a different job, which was a lot less paying, to be with her. So, now that she does have both parents in her life, and both of us are working hard schedules, when it comes to her modeling or anything like that, I don't ask Dad to do it, because that's something that I do, and that's something that she wants to do as well.
How does you work through it when you have these problems? When you busy, he busy. Who has to get the child? Who ends up?
That's when your support comes in. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I do not have a support system. I do have a support system, but everybody in my support system works. Her grandparents, they work full-time jobs. My mom is in Texas, so, she can't help out. There's all my people work. His side of the family, he got a little bit more flexibility, so he can call up on his people and be like, hey, Cheyenne can't do this. I'm busy, I can't do this, can you watch her? So it comes a lot, I'm not gonna say a lot of our arguments, but some of our disagreements go with like, look, I don't have the time, I can't do it. I need you to reach out to your people and see what they can do. Because I know I don't have it, but that's the communication between him and I.
Communication.
That's the communication between him and I.
That's dope. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. So, moving forward, having children, do your children bring you together, or do they separate you? Does having children make it harder, or does it make it easier?
To be in a relationship?
Co-parent, period. Like, the relationship, etc. Yeah. Does the children bring the parents together, or do they separate?
So what I would say is a relationship is between two people. Any relationship. There is no third party that can impact a relationship, because a relationship is between two people. Where there's no third party that can come in here and make me and Shy have a better relationship. Because our relationship is between us two. There's nothing that baby can do to go back and undo what's done, and it's not gonna change nothing going forward either. I don't think.
On the contrary, and I say that because
the problems came back.
Yeah.
Them problems came back.
Yeah.
Because that baby didn't fix nothing. It made y'all feel closer right then.
You're right, the problems came back.
The moment of having a baby makes us feel closer.
I was gonna say.
Shooting up that club made me feel closer.
Right.
I'm agree with
you. That made you feel closer.
Made us feel closer. You're right.
That moment.
She ain't shooting up a club.
My mother and my daddy, when they separated, I love my daddy so much that I bugged my mama day in and day out. give my daddy another chance. Come on, I love my daddy. I want to have my daddy.
Fuck your
And
daddy.
then, right. And then he end up getting in, and then next thing you know, he back out. Yeah, it's real. It's real.
Yeah.
And I got him in the door, and he thanked me to this day. He be like, man, I remember, man, you know, you went to bat for me. You was there trying to help me keep my family. When I'm like, Daddy, I just wanted my daddy around. You know what I mean? I didn't know all the shit you
That
was
we was
doing.
going through in this
I didn't
room.
know you was doing all this and
Yeah.
this was happening, but all I knew is you was a good daddy to me. You was there, you was showing love, you was spending time with me, and then you was gone. And all I knew is, Mama, where my daddy at? Can
Yeah.
we get daddy back? What's up? Where my daddy? And so when she brought Pops back, it lifted up a lot. It made me feel better. A lot of things
How it
changed.
made her feel.
Immediately, like, you know, they worked on things, but, you know, it was good for the beginning, and then, you know, niggas got back to their regular scheduled programming. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, you've had a scrape on your knee. How does it feel to keep scraping your knee?
Right.
The same spot. I knew what it was gonna be.
Yeah.
A kid don't change nothing. It's just gonna. If I didn't like you before I had this kid, I love this kid.
Yeah.
I still don't like you.
I still ain't gonna like
The
you.
kid for me pushed us away and then brought us back.
Yeah.
Cause we started out after, hey, I'm
Yeah.
pregnant, and it was, oh, okay, deuces, peace
Yeah.
out. And then 2 years later it was, okay, well, let's make it work.
I'm
So-
reading a book about marriage right now by Tamala and David Mann. The title of the book is Us Against the World, and a part of the whole chapter is we love our kids. We can make more of them niggas. The commitment we made was between me and this person. My commitment before God is between me and this person. I love them kids. I love my son. But my commitment is to my wife. I want him to go off and find a wife
Right.
and
Right.
find that commitment somewhere
Find that,
else.
yeah.
It's
Facts.
I'm not, there's nothing he can do. Our relationship ain't got nothing to do with him, honestly, quite honestly.
Yeah.
He's a loving, he don't have nothing to do with between us.
Right.
My personal input with my baby mother, one of them, I got 10. Out of the 10, I'm just playing. Look at Hunt. He's having to back at me. Now, I'm gonna start from my oldest. My daughter's mother, she was my first love. We went to like homecomings, you know what I mean? We graduated 8th grade, we went to the same high school, parents knew each other, church, all that, the same neighborhood, just real close knit. So we actually grew up with each other, you know what I mean? Grade school, elementary, high school, college, like we literally did the whole thing. And when we got to college, she ended up getting pregnant. Being kids and co-parenting, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what to do. You like, I want it my way. I want to do it like this. I was so hung up on how I wanted it to be with my child that it didn't matter what she wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I got my view. I'm taking my child to Disney's World. I want my child to wear Jordans. My child gonna know how to spell all the words, and you know what I mean? And she had her different morals. You know what I'm saying? Coming together, I didn't know, and we didn't have good communication. So I didn't know how to communicate and work with her in raising this child. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for our parents being there, stepping in, being
Thank God
babysitters,
for the village.
man,
Thank God.
we would be lost in the sauce because a lot of times we babies raising babies,
Yeah.
right? And we don't know. We just, all I knew is that I wanted to be there for my child. So in my defense, I was like, I'm gonna be there every day. It don't matter what it is or what's going on or what I ain't doing. I'm here every day. But that's not all that's in parenting.
Yeah.
Just because you here don't mean that you're parenting. Don't mean that you're teaching. Don't mean that you're caring. Don't mean that you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Doing, trying. A lot. Growing up, it was always, I heard men not taking care of their child, men not being there for their children or for their families. And
Yeah.
for me, it was big on me to be there because I didn't want to be a part of that statistic. You know what I'm saying? Living in Chicago, seeing all my friends. I had a daddy in my home. All my friends came over to my house to have my daddy. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
I'm seeing how my friends is living. You know what I mean? They at home all day. They mama at work all day. You know what I mean? They gotta figure out how they gotta make their own, heat up their own meals, wait till mama get home. When you start getting older now, they having company, getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing all of that, and I just want it to be better. You know what I mean?
That's what we all want to be, is better. And I think as we all have gotten older and started raising kids, we realized this wasn't no manual.
There wasn't no man.
Raising my kid
And
has
my mama
been,
didn't have nothing either.
she didn't know what she was
She
doing.
didn't know what she was doing either.
Yeah, I give her so much grace
Man.
now of like, man, you was navigating that the best way you knew how to,
Right.
huh?
Right.
And I would say that me and my mama have some of the closest relationship right now, that I can just call her and be like, you've been a mama for a long time, help me navigate.
Help me out. Yeah.
What would you do in this situation? And, you know, as my relationship has changed with my own parent, it's like, you go from needing your parent to not needing them, then not wanting them, right? That teenage years,
Yeah.
you like, I don't even want you around. Now it's kind of come full circle back around that I need her, and it's just in a different way.
Yep.
And I look forward to that part of parenting,
Yeah.
and you just,
Yeah.
I can see his growth of like, and those are the everyday moments of parenting, that being busy,
Yeah.
not being in the home,
Yeah.
not being the primary parent,
Man.
that you miss those everyday moments of, you got up and made cereal this morning?
Listen,
You let me sleep? Like, it's
Right.
those moments that you see a
Right.
kid grow, that ain't no money, ain't no job, ain't no nothing, that can bring back those priceless
Yeah.
interactions with your baby. That's parenting.
Yeah.
no, I agree.
Yeah.
Not having my child with me this year has been the hardest year for me.
Yeah.
Has been the hardest, especially knowing, always having her with me. So I'm missing those first, and it's been hard,
Yeah.
for sure. So when I say I'm counting down the days for her to come home.
You counting them days on
I'm
my
counting
mom.
Man, on the flip side is the weekend. Who tap in? Who want him this weekend? He coming to your house. I'm packing up the switch, the tablet, the charger. We got all the accessories. It's coming to your house. Hit me up in the
Facts. How important is it for you to be cool with the other parent?
Vital.
Thank you.
If I wouldn't send my son nowhere with somebody who didn't treat me right. Because how you treat me is a good
Just let me know.
representation
Yeah.
on how you gonna treat my baby.
Yep.
You gonna treat me, are you gonna be stepping on my baby foot? Will you feel me? No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
Okay. I guess we all see eye to eye on that. That's very important. I do feel like being cool and having a good relationship, a working relationship with that person, where you can discuss things, you can talk, is very important.
It is.
Communication is literally the key to solving the struggles, the miscommunication. You gotta
Yeah.
communicate through it. You know what I mean? So what's some boundaries like that
I'm
you
a-
have?
Before you move on real quick, I
Yeah.
would say that I'm glad we all on the same page, and you gotta be cool, right, with the person. I think so many adults are hurt,
Yeah,
and it'd be hard to put your hurt down.
and definitely.
I know so many women who like, they wanted to be in a relationship with that man.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me?
And that's what causes the problem.
Yeah, I want to be in a relationship with you. I want the family, and I want to make you dinner and our little family. And us not being, it gets hard for me to even be in your space anymore, because I never would have let you get me pregnant had I known.
That you was gonna be like this.
Yes.
Yeah, and I agree with you, because I have a baby mother that I constantly
45 seconds.
don't get along with. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like hard. It's hard, and it's even hard with the child.
Yeah.
And this is personally how I feel, because pride can get in the way, right? You feel in a certain type of way, y'all get into it, she say the wrong thing, he say the wrong thing, now you dismissive and or ignoring. You know what I'm saying? Like you stepping all the way complete, you shutting down.
Yeah.
Right? And I've had those moments where it's then got that heightened to where I don't want to see you. And now my child has to, you know, reap the benefits of us feuding.
Yeah.
Because we ain't seeing eye to eye, and if I see you, it might get crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of what you said to me or because of what I said to you. So I do agree with you.
People be feeling lied to, but we got so much more to talk about on co-parenting. Man, we need to talk about the business of co-parenting,
Yes.
the money,
Yeah.
the dollars and the cents.
Facts.
Man.
When
Right
we
after
come back,
this.
we gonna talk business and entertainment on co-parenting. Stay tuned. And if you got any questions or any comments, comment below and tell us how you feel about the lifestyle of co-parenting that we just talked about. Stay tuned.